Welcome back to another episode of Bump Around and Find Out What We're Doing in Mérida, Mexico. We're going to take a day trip for less than 100 USD. Hey guys, it is Mimi, and come with me as we go to Izamal, the Yellow City. We went there from Mérida, Mexico on the bus, took about an hour and a half. Here we are, the Yellow City. Almost every building in Izamal is painted bright yellow with a white trim, giving the town a striking uniform look. And I mean, it's simply gorgeous, sun bouncing off the buildings. They say the reason this was done is to honor the visit of Pope John Paul II in 1993. I don't know if that's true or not. If you're from Izamal, no, let me know if that's really what it is. Izamal is a city of three cultures. It blends the influences from the ancient Mayan civilization, Spanish colonial architecture, and modern Mexican culture, making it a unique historical site. And we had a great time, as well as some very refreshing snacks on the street, handmade ice, as well as freshly churned ice cream, some very unique flavors. Now, it is home to one of the largest pyramids in Mexico, and they don't call them pyramids. I cannot remember what they call them, but not pyramids. But the name of it is Kinich Kakmó, and it is for the sun god. Now, being one of the largest pyramids in Mexico by volume, you can stand and climb the pyramid and take on a panoramic view. We did not climb, meaning me and my three children, but other people in our group did climb all the way to the top. We watched them, and it was very nerve-tingling for me to watch them come down. And River was not too happy about being able to climb, but I just did not feel safe in our ability to get up and get back down without anyone being harmed, so we avoided it. But right across the street, we stopped and got some paletas and some ice cream, and they were simply delicious. As we walked back to get ready to take our bus from Izamal, we captured our final few moments by the street signs, and we just really got to appreciate the day in this space. So if you haven't had a chance to get to Izamal, I definitely recommend that you take the trip out there, even if not by bus, by car, or you get a tour guide. I mean, it is simply beautiful and breathtaking. So we got back on the bus, and the bus filled up very quickly, but we did have a seat. I didn't have to hold River the whole way like I did on the way there, but we only spent $10 round trip for 5 people, so who's complaining? They are going to stop and pick up people along the way. So just know, if you're weird about people being in your space, standing beside you, sitting really close to you, snoring beside you, then this may not be for you. But if you're like me and you love being serenaded on the bus,
me gusta tocar guitarra, me gusta cantar el son, que mariachi acompaña cuando canto mi canción. Me gusta tomar mis copas aguardientes, lo mejor, el tequila blanco con sal y la sabor. ¿Cómo dice? Ay, 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 amor, ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Ay, 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 amor.
and after he hopped off and finished serenading us, we continued to ride back to Mérida from Izamal, like I said, about an hour and a half. And so I decided to capture some of what the ride looked like, because you would go from one small town to the next, and then you'd be in the heart of Mexico, where there's nothing but jungle, trees, wildlife. And you get to really see how much of the country is still being developed, has not yet been developed. But when we got back to Mexico, when we got back to Mérida, bienvenidos, Mérida, here we are, and the bus is just what it was, the bus, and we had a great time. And by this point, I am completely exhausted, and I'm like, let's just call it a night. It has been a day. We left home at 7:45 this morning. It is now about 7:30 p.m., and it was just me and the 3 kids. So as always, I appreciate you all for hanging out with us. This is Mimi with our infectious travel diseases, and until next time, peace. And I'll catch you on the next episode of Bump Around and Find Out What We're Doing in Mérida, Mexico, as we continue to explore.
Wanna control what I do. She's such a beauty with issues. Baby, we can make it so simple right now, yeah. Something in your past must be weighing you down. So your attitude, they be bossy.